Unlock the Millionaire Mindset, 19 Mental Rules to Make More Money Daily. Part 1. The Foundation of a Wealth Mind. Money does not start in your wallet. Money starts in your mind. Every rich person on this planet, no matter where they were born, learned one thing. Wealth is not an accident. Wealth is a mindset. You train your mind first, and your bank account follows. This article will show you how to build that mindset, step by step, rule by rule. Not theory, not magic, not unrealistic dreams. Just simple, powerful mental habits you can apply every single day. These 19 mental rules can transform the way you think, the way you act, and the way you earn. And the more you use them, the faster your life begins to change. Let's start with the foundation. Rule 1. See money as a tool, not a dream. Some people chase money like a fantasy. They wait for luck. They wait for a miracle. They wait for one day. Millionaires think differently. They see money as a tool, like a hammer. A hammer is useful only when you use it. A hammer can build a house, break a wall, fix a problem, or create something new. Money works the same way. When you see money as a tool, you stop fearing it. You stop worshiping it. You start using it. Money is energy. It moves. It grows. It flows. If you hold it forever, it dies. If you use it wisely, it multiplies. Ask yourself every morning, how can I use money today to create more opportunities? Maybe the answer is to invest in a skill. Maybe it's to start a small project. Maybe it's to buy a course, a book, software, or a resource that helps you grow. The important thing is this: money works harder when you stop thinking of it as something you must protect and start thinking of it as something you must use. Rule 2. Focus on value, not effort. Many people believe they need to work harder to get richer. That's only half true. Hard work matters, but value matters more. A construction worker may work harder than a CEO, but who earns more? A cleaner may work longer hours than a software engineer, but who gets paid more? The difference is not effort. The difference is value. Money follows value. Money grows where value grows. So instead of asking, how can I work more hours? Ask, how can I create more value? How can I solve a bigger problem? How can I do something that helps more people? This mindset shift is powerful. It takes you out of survival mode and pushes you into growth mode. The world rewards those who bring solutions, ideas, skills, creativity, leadership, or innovation. The world pays those who think, not those who only work. So every day remind yourself, if I want more money, I must give more value. You don't need a bigger body. You need a bigger mind. Rule 3. Build a positive relationship with money. Most people don't even realize they have a broken relationship with money. Maybe you've heard things like, money is the root of all evil. Rich people are greedy. If I earn more, others will have less. I'm not good with money. But millionaire minds reject these ideas. They know the truth. Money amplifies who you already are. If you're kind, you'll be kinder with money. If you care about family, you'll care more with money. If you love helping others, you'll be able to help more. Money doesn't change you, it shows you. So the first step is to clean your relationship with money. Say out loud, I deserve financial success. Money allows me to create a better life. My income can grow without harming anyone. I can learn any money skill I need. When you speak differently, you think differently. When you think differently, you act differently. When you act differently, you earn differently. Your brain must feel safe with money before it can attract more of it. Rule 4. Train your mind to spot opportunities. Opportunities are everywhere, but most people can't see them because their minds are trained to survive, not to grow. Imagine two people walking down the same street. One sees problems, the other sees opportunities. A broken sign? Problem for one person, business idea for another. A slow restaurant? Problem for one person, marketing opportunity for another. A trending product online? Noise for one person, income source for another. A millionaire mindset works like a radar. It constantly scans the world for possibilities. You can train this radar by asking yourself daily, what opportunities did I see today? What is one small money idea I noticed? What problems around me could I solve? At first, you may not find anything, but after a week, your brain becomes sharper. After a month, you'll see ideas everywhere. After a year, money-making becomes natural. You don't need more luck. You need sharper eyes. Rule 5. Use fear as a signal, not a cage. Fear is normal. Fear is human. Fear protects you, but it can also limit you. Most people run away from fear. Millionaires move toward it. Why? Because fear often shows the exact path you need to follow. Fear means growth. Fear means challenge. Fear means the next level is close. When you feel fear, ask, is this danger or is this growth? What is this fear trying to teach me? If I were not scared, what would I do? When you take action, even when you feel afraid, your brain rewires itself. You become braver, stronger, more confident. Action kills fear. Not thinking, not waiting, not hoping. Only action. Your future money is hiding behind tasks you are scared to do today. Asking for higher pay, starting a project, selling your skills, posting online, learning a new field. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is a signal. Follow it.
Rule 6. Believe you can learn any skill you need. Many people limit their future by believing they can't learn something. I'm not good with business. I could never start something myself. I'm too old to learn this. I don't understand technology. This mindset kills dreams before they even start. Millionaires think differently. I can learn it. I can improve. I can get better. I can figure it out. This belief creates power. Because once you believe you can learn, nothing can stop you. Think about any skill: marketing, public speaking, investing, negotiation, writing, leadership, selling, productivity, confidence, discipline. None of these skills require talent. They require patience, repetition, and curiosity. Your brain is not fixed. Your intelligence is not fixed. Your potential is not fixed. You can reinvent yourself completely. You can become a new person. When you believe you can learn, every door becomes open. When you believe you can't, every door is locked, even the unlocked ones. Tell yourself, if someone else can do it, I can too. That is the millionaire mindset. Part 2. Inner discipline and daily habits of wealth. A millionaire mindset is not built in a single moment. It grows through daily habits, small choices repeated again and again until they shape your character, your confidence, and your financial results. If part 1 was the foundation, then part 2 is the engine. This is where the thinking becomes action, where dreams become discipline, where desire becomes direction. Let's continue. Rule 7. Protect your attention like a treasure. Your attention is the gateway to your future. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. Where your energy goes, your life grows. Most people waste their attention on things that don't matter. Endless scrolling, online drama, useless conversations, negative news, comparing themselves to others, hours of distraction, emotional reactions, gossip and noise. Millionaires guard their attention like a priceless resource because they understand a simple truth. Your attention is your currency. Spend it wisely. Imagine your attention as a beam of light. Wherever you point it, that area becomes brighter, clearer, stronger. If you point it at fears, your fears grow. If you point it at excuses, your excuses grow. If you point it at dreams, your dreams grow. If you point it at skills, your skills grow. If you point it at opportunities, your opportunities grow. Every morning, ask yourself, what deserves my attention today? What drains my attention? What can I remove from my life to improve my focus? Protecting your attention is the first step to creating a different future. Because once your mind is free, your path becomes visible.
Rule 8. Practice small daily improvements, the 1% rule. Most people fail because they try to change everything at once. Millionaires succeed because they focus on small, steady improvements. This is the 1% rule. If you become 1% better every day, just a little more skilled, a little more disciplined, a little more focused, you will grow faster than you can imagine. You don't need giant steps. You need consistent steps. Maybe today you learn one new idea. Maybe tomorrow you practice one new skill for 10 minutes. Maybe next week you read 5 pages per day. Maybe this month you save 5% more money. These small acts feel tiny, but they build momentum. Imagine a snowball rolling down a long hill. At first it's small. After a while, it becomes bigger, then unstoppable. Your growth works the same way. Small improvements compound. Small habits build strong systems. Small wins create big confidence. Tell yourself daily, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be better than yesterday. This is how ordinary people become extraordinary. Rule 9. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. If you spend time with people who complain, you will complain. If you spend time with people who fear, you will fear. If you spend time with people who stay stuck, you will stay stuck. But if you surround yourself with people who grow, learn, build, and dream, your life will rise to their level. A simple but powerful truth. Your income, confidence, and mindset reflect the 5 people you spend the most time with. This doesn't mean you cut everyone out of your life. It means you choose your influences consciously. Choose people who think about possibilities, encourage your goals, push themselves to improve, talk about ideas, not people, believe in learning, not luck, respect ambition, stay disciplined, celebrate others' success, practice responsibility, inspire growth. When you spend time with these people, their mindset becomes part of you. Their language becomes your language. Their habits become your habits. Their energy becomes your energy. If you don't have these people in your life yet, create a digital environment. Listen to inspiring podcasts. Follow creators who teach real skills. Watch success stories. Join online communities. Learn from mentors through books. Study people who change their lives. Every day, fill your mind with voices that help you rise, not sink. Because you become like the people around you. Choose wisely. Rule 10.
Think long-term while acting daily. Poor minds think in minutes. Middle-class minds think in months. Millionaire minds think in years. This doesn't mean they wait years to act. It means they act daily, but with a long-term vision guiding every step. Most people live in reaction mode. They want fast money, fast results, fast wins, fast comfort, fast satisfaction. But fast comfort creates long-term pain, and short-term thinking is the enemy of wealth. Long-term thinkers live differently. They invest instead of spend. They build instead of escape. They create instead of consume. They plan instead of panic. They choose discipline instead of comfort. They ask, where will this choice take me in 5 years? Will this habit help my future self? What is the long-term benefit, not the short-term feeling? When you think long-term, you stop doing things that sabotage your future. You stop wasting time. You stop chasing small pleasures. You stop quitting early. You stop comparing your journey to others. Instead, you build roots. You build skills. You build stability. You build value. You build habits that last. Long-term thinking gives you peace. It removes pressure. It makes progress natural. And the best part? When you think long-term, you automatically make better choices today, because the future becomes your compass. Rule 11. See failure as data, not defeat. A millionaire mindset is not afraid of failure. It studies failure. It learns from failure. It grows from failure. Because failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every skill you learn requires mistakes. Every goal you chase requires setbacks. Every dream you follow requires courage. But most people see failure as the end. Millionaires see it as information. They ask, what did this teach me? What can I try next? What did I miss? How can I improve my process? Failure becomes a feedback loop, an honest teacher. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. You fall, then you try again. You fall again. Then you adjust. Then you improve. Then you balance. Then you succeed. No child stops after falling once. No millionaire stops after failing once. The only true failure is giving up. If you continue, you grow. If you learn, you improve. If you adjust, you rise. Remember, failure is not a wall. It's a mirror. It shows you how to grow.
Rule 12. Take responsibility for your life. This is the hardest rule and the most powerful. Nothing changes until you accept this truth. Your life is your responsibility. Not your parents, not your pasts, not your countries, not your bosses, not the economies, not societies, not luck's. Yours. This does not mean everything that happened to you is your fault, but it means your future is your choice. When you take responsibility, you stop blaming. You stop waiting. You stop complaining. You stop hoping for rescue. You stop making excuses. You take control. You start building. You start learning. You start acting. You start becoming stronger. Responsibility gives you power. Blame removes power. And when you feel powerful, you become unstoppable. You stop acting like a victim and start acting like a creator. Everything changes the moment you say, if my life is hard, I will learn. If my life is slow, I will improve. If my life is limited, I will break the limits. Because once you take responsibility, the path opens. Your mind becomes clear. Your purpose becomes stronger. Your actions become consistent. Your progress becomes inevitable. This is the mindset that builds wealth, slowly, steadily, and forever. Part 3. Building wealth through action, confidence, and strong identity. A millionaire mindset is not only about ideas. It is about identity, who you choose to become. Because your identity shapes your habits, and your habits shape your income. In this part, we go deeper. We move from thinking rich to becoming the kind of person who creates wealth naturally. Let's continue the transformation. Rule 13. Become the person who deserves the success you want. Many people want success, but few ask themselves a powerful question. Am I becoming the kind of person who can handle the success I want? If you want a higher income, you must become a higher level person. If you want more opportunities, you must become more valuable. If you want bigger results, you must strengthen your mindset, your habits, and your discipline. Imagine the future version of you, the successful you, the confident you, the wealthy you. Ask yourself, how does that version of me think? How does that version of me work? How does that version of me speak? How does that version of me treat time? How does that version of me face challenges? How does that version of me invest? How does that version of me make decisions? Because success is not something you chase. Success is something you become. You don't wait to be confident. You act like a confident person. You don't wait to be disciplined. You act like a disciplined person. You don't wait for motivation. You act like the person who doesn't need motivation. Shape your identity, and your identity will shape your results.
Rule 14. Master self-talk. Speak to yourself like a leader. The most important conversations you have in life are the conversations you have with yourself. Self-talk builds your inner world, and your inner world shapes your outer world. Negative self-talk creates a weak identity. I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. I always fail. People like me never succeed. This language destroys confidence before the action even starts. Millionaire minds speak differently. I am capable of learning this. I can figure it out. I grow stronger each time I try. I deserve better, so I will work for better. I don't quit. I improve. Your self-talk becomes your self-image. Your self-image becomes your habits. Your habits become your success. Think of your mind as a garden. Your words are seeds. Plant weak words and you grow weak results. Plant strong words and you grow strong results. Every morning, say something to yourself that lifts your spirit. I can grow. I am training my mind. I am building my future. This simple habit creates unshakable inner power. Rule 15. Build skills that pay you for life. Jobs change. Industries change. Markets change. Technology changes. But skills stay with you forever. Skills are the real currency of wealth. People who grow rich don't rely on luck. They rely on the skills they've built through years of curiosity, practice, and patience. Here are examples of high-income skills that can change your life: copywriting, digital marketing, public speaking, negotiation, coding and software, graphic design, video editing, sales and persuasion, leadership, project management, money management, business strategy. You don't need to master all of them.
You only need to master one or two. A powerful truth. One great skill can change your entire financial future. Skills give you freedom. Skills give you options. Skills give you stability, even in hard times. Skills create opportunities people without skills will never see. Choose one skill today. Practice it for 30 minutes daily. Do it for 1 year. You will be shocked at who you become. Rule 16. Make decisions quickly, but improve them slowly. Successful people make decisions fast. Unsuccessful people think too long, wait too long, hesitate too long. Why? Because indecision wastes energy, creates stress, and kills momentum. Millionaire minds follow a simple logic. Make decisions fast when the risk is small. Think carefully when the risk is big. Improve and adjust after you take action. Most decisions in life are small. Trying a new idea, learning a skill, posting online, starting a project, sending an email, changing your routine, testing a strategy. But people hesitate, worry, and overthink. Meanwhile, action takers build speed, confidence, and results. Here's a helpful rule. If the decision will not matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes deciding. Move fast, learn fast, adjust fast. Success is rarely about making perfect decisions. Success is about making many decisions and improving them through action.
Rule 17. Stop seeking permission. Give yourself approval. Most people wait. They wait for approval, support, encouragement, confirmation. They wait for someone to say, yes, you should try. They wait for someone to tell them their dream is possible. But if you wait for permission, you may wait forever. Millionaire minds don't wait. They start. They try. They test. They experiment. They take risks. They build their own path. They don't ask, will people think this is good? They ask, does this matter to me? They don't ask, will people approve? They ask, will this move me closer to my goals? The truth is simple. You don't need permission to improve your life. You only need courage. If you feel a dream inside you, honor it. If you feel potential inside you, use it. If you feel a direction pulling you, follow it. You don't need to wait for someone to say you are ready. You decide when you are ready. And the best moment is always now. Rule 18. Create before you consume. Most people consume more than they create. They consume content, entertainment, news, opinions, drama, and distractions. But millionaires create ideas, content, products, solutions, services, strategies, opportunities, value. You don't get paid for what you consume. You get paid for what you create. Imagine two people. Person A spends 3 hours on social media each day. Person B spends 3 hours learning, building, practicing, or creating. After 1 year, their lives look completely different. One has more entertainment. The other has more progress. One is distracted. The other is developing skills. One is stuck. The other is rising. You don't need to stop consuming completely. You only need to change the balance. Here is a simple rule. Spend 1 hour creating for every 30 minutes you consume. This small shift will change your life more than you expect. Rule 19. Take imperfect action. Done is better than perfect.
Perfection is the enemy of progress. Many people never start because they want everything to be perfect. The perfect time, perfect plan, perfect idea, perfect confidence. But perfection doesn't exist. Improvement exists. Learning exists. Momentum exists. Millionaires succeed because they take imperfect action. They launch before they are ready. They learn from mistakes. They adjust while moving. They focus on progress, not perfection. If you wait until everything feels safe, you will never begin. If you expect perfect conditions, you will never act. If you fear mistakes, you will stay small. The world rewards people who try, not people who hesitate. Repeat this to yourself. Start now. Improve later. Once you master imperfect action, everything becomes easier. Earning money, learning skills, creating opportunities, building confidence. You move. You grow. You rise.
Part 4. Build momentum, live with purpose, and move forward daily. In this final part, we complete the journey. You now understand focus. You understand habits. You understand discipline. You understand the power of small daily steps. But a millionaire's mindset is not complete without the last 3 rules. These 3 rules create momentum. They keep you moving. They push you through doubt, fear, and confusion. They help you win the long game. Let's finish strong. Build momentum. Small wins every day. Momentum is your silent partner. It lifts you. It carries you forward. It keeps you moving even when your energy is low. Most people wait for big changes, a new job, a big raise, a large opportunity. But millionaires don't wait. They create movement with small wins. A small win is simple. Reading 10 minutes, saving 1%, sending one message, learning one new skill, improving one detail, fixing one problem. A small win seems tiny today, but small wins multiply. They build confidence. They build identity. They build skill. They build discipline. And slowly, momentum begins. Picture a snowball at the top of a hill. At first, it barely moves. It rolls slowly. It grows one small layer at a time. But then the hill becomes steeper. The snowball becomes heavier. It starts moving faster. It gains power. It becomes unstoppable. Your success works the same way. You start with one action. You repeat it tomorrow. You do it again next week. You improve it next month. And in 1 year, you look back and think, I can't believe I came this far. Momentum is not about speed. It is about consistency. Focus on what is small, simple, and possible today. Do it well. That is how growth begins. How to build momentum every day. Choose one daily non-negotiable, something you will do no matter what. It can be tiny, but it must be consistent. Create a weekly track record. Write it down. Check the box every day. A checked box creates dopamine. Dopamine builds desire. Desire builds momentum. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge your growth. Say, I did this. Never ignore your effort.
Increase slowly. When the routine feels easy, add 5%. Only 5%. Slow increases last longer. Remove friction. Make habits simple. Prepare clothes the night before. Pre-pack tools. Remove distractions. Momentum is built with patience. It is maintained with intention. It is destroyed by chaos. Protect your routine. Protect your focus. Protect your progress. Momentum turns discipline into a natural rhythm. It turns effort into comfort. It turns difficulty into opportunity. Once you have momentum, you begin to feel the shift. Suddenly, you think clearer. You move faster. You believe more. You trust yourself again. And when you trust yourself, money begins to trust you, too.
Live with purpose. Know why you want wealth. Money cannot be your only reason. If you chase money without purpose, you will feel empty. You will burn out. You will lose direction when life becomes difficult. Purpose is your compass. It tells you where to go. It tells you what to say yes to. It tells you what to walk away from. It gives money meaning. Ask yourself, why do I want to be wealthy? Be honest. Be real. Be human. Maybe you want freedom. Maybe you want time. Maybe you want comfort for your family. Maybe you want to build something meaningful. Maybe you want to help others. Maybe you want security. Maybe you want to escape survival mode. Maybe you want to create art. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to design your life. There is no wrong answer, only your answer. Purpose gives your journey energy. When you know why, the how becomes easier. Picture a ship in the ocean. It needs a destination. If it has no destination, the waves will push it anywhere. The wind will confuse it. It will drift for months. But with a clear destination, even in storms, the ship keeps moving forward. Your purpose is that destination. How to find your purpose. Write down your reasons for wanting wealth. Not one reason. Write 5. Write 10. Go deeper. Ask why 3 times. Example, I want money. Why? To feel secure. Why? Because I grew up without safety. Why? Because I want my children to feel what I didn't feel. Now you have your real purpose. Choose a purpose that inspires action. A purpose that makes you stand up when you feel tired. A purpose that makes you fight when you feel fear. Connect your goals to your purpose. Your goals are steps. Your purpose is the engine. Purpose gives you emotional strength. Purpose gives you long-term discipline. Purpose gives you endurance. Purpose gives you something to fight for. Know your why, and you will never run out of energy. Move forward daily, even when you don't feel ready. This is the final rule, and maybe the most important. Millionaires keep moving, every day, no matter what. They move when they feel tired. They move when they feel unsure. They move when the plan changes. They move when they fear failure. They move when things are slow. They move when progress feels invisible. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be confident. You do not need to feel ready. You only need to take the next step. One step is enough. One action is enough. One movement is enough. Every day. Forward is a direction, not a speed. Picture yourself walking through a foggy road.
You cannot see far ahead. You cannot see the end. You can only see 1 or 2 steps. You take the first step, then the next, then the next, and soon the fog moves. The road becomes clearer. The path becomes visible. Your journey to wealth is the same. Clarity comes from movement, not from waiting. How to move forward every day. Set 1 priority for the day, not 10, just 1. Finish it fully. Break big tasks into tiny steps. If a task feels too big, divide it. Make it simple. Make it doable. Repeat yesterday's best action. If something worked yesterday, do it again today. Accept imperfect action. Action creates progress. Perfection creates hesitation. Forgive yourself fast. Miss 1 day? Start again. Miss 1 week? Start again. Never quit because of guilt. Daily movement builds power. It builds courage. It builds skill. It builds success. The goal is not to be fast. The goal is to be consistent. Even on your worst days, take 1 step. Even on your slow days, take 1 step. Even on your confusing days, take 1 step. Small steps are not small. They are the foundation of everything. Final thoughts. The millionaire mindset is a daily practice. You have reached the end of this journey. 12 rules, 4 parts, a complete mindset shift. Maybe you feel different now. Maybe you feel stronger. Maybe you feel clearer. Maybe you feel ready. But remember this: a millionaire mindset is not a book you finish. It is not a video you watch once. It is a practice, a lifestyle, a decision you make daily. Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel heavy. That is normal. That is life. That is growth. The secret is simple. Never stop moving. Never stop learning. Never stop improving. Never stop believing. Wealth belongs to those who prepare it for. Success belongs to those who build it. Freedom belongs to those who choose it every single day. You are not the same person who started reading Part 1. You are stronger. You are clearer. You are more focused. You have the mindset of someone who can create wealth. Now, it is time to apply it. Stand up. Take action. Build your momentum. Follow your purpose. Move forward daily. Your future is waiting. It is time to claim it.
If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake-up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.